Hello, Professor. Our team for this activity is made up of Miriam and myself, Diana Montserrat. In this video, we will talk about globalization and its effects, along with some relevant topics. What is globalization? Globalization is the growing economic interdependence of countries, driven by rising cross-border flows of goods, service, capital, people, and technology. It creates more integrated markets and tighter links between national economies. What are the trade and financial deregulation in the globalization? The trade deregulation is the reduction or elimination of tariffs, quotas, and other barriers to facilitate international trade. The financial deregulation is easing controls on capital flows to attract investment. International agreements and pressure from investors and institutions reinforce the trend toward deregulation. The impacts are positive: more competition, lower prices, greater access to foreign markets and capital, and potential for higher growth. Negative: if regulation is too weak, it can lead to a speculative bubble, financial crisis, and greater instability. The multinational corporations. They are firms with operations in more than two countries and at least one foreign subsidiary. They can be horizontal, vertical, and diversified. The multinationals locate production, sales, and service worldwide, improvements, and transport and communication technologies. Impacts in host countries with benefits, for example, transfer of technology, job creation, integration into global value chains, and tax revenues. And the risks are use of low-wage labor, limited local linkage, possible exploitation of natural resources, and environmental damage. The potential benefits of globalization are higher productivity and economic growth through specialization and comparative advantage, access to new technologies, opportunities for countries to industrialize and expand exports. The main risks are greater vulnerability to external shocks like crises and recessions in one country spreads to others, job losses and wage pressure in sectors that cannot compete with imports, rising inequality between skilled and less skilled workers, and environmental degradation in some countries. 21st century economy in the globalization is known for deep global integration, trade, finance, production, and information networks span the world. Greater role emerging economies, China, India, Brazil, Mexico, etc., in manufacturing, service, and investment. Central importance of knowledge, innovation, and digital technologies. The challenge are need for stronger, better designed financial regulation to limit global crises while keeping capital moving. Investment in education, innovation, and social safety nets so societies can adapt to rapid economic and technological change. International cooperation to manage trade rules, tax competition, and environmental
Globalization has a
issues.
strong connection with global economic blocs because these groups are created to compete and cooperate in an interconnected world. Economic blocs allow countries to reduce trade barriers, coordinate rules, and strengthen their position in international markets. The globalization, these blocs expand their influence, attract investment, and increase trade flows. At the same time, they generate dependency among members, meaning that economic decisions in one country can affect the whole group. This relationship shows how globalization encourages integration but also creates shared risks and responsibilities. Economic and financial crises are also closely related to globalization. In one globalized economy, financial markets, banks, and investment are connected across borders. When a crisis starts in one country, it can quickly spread to others through capital flows, trade, and investor confidence. Globalization accelerates the transmission of problems such as banking failures or currency instability. However, it also allows international cooperation where institutions and governments can respond together to reduce impact and promote recovery. This dual effect makes globalization both a source of vulnerability and tool for crisis management. Commodities play a central role in globalization because there are trade worldwide and their prices are set in international markets. Countries that depends on exporting raw materials are directly affected by global demand, technological changes, and financial speculation. Globalization increases access to markets for commodities, but it also exposes producers to price volatility and external shocks. A change in energy price or food supply in one region can impact economies and consumers in distant countries, showing how deeply connected global markets really are. Together, economic blocks, crises, and commodities demonstrate that globalization links economics in complex ways. It creates opportunities for growth, trade, and cooperation, but also spread risks and instability further than before. Understanding the relationships helps explain why global coordination is necessary to achieve more balanced and sustainable economic development.